is roasted potatoes, broccoli, green beans, and chicken, baked chicken. So I usually use green beans from a can, but I told you I'm trying to be a big girl. And I still like green beans from a can, but these are good too. Mm-hmm. Broccoli is always perfection. Baked chicken, and I made my own Chick-fil-A sauce down here in Mexico because they don't have Chick-fil-A yet. Mm. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Here's my sauce. Mm. I, everything is so good. I tried to go outside and do my walk today, but it's the time of the year where you have to get up early and walk before the sun comes up. Because by 10 o'clock it's gruesome. By 10 o'clock there is no walking outside. Not for me. Mm-mm. Mm. Mm. I sauteed the green beans in some bacon. Bacon, garlic, peppers, and onions. Mm. The potatoes, I'm super proud of myself. I left the skin on them. Listen, I'm growing up. Mm. Mm. I should have made more green beans. But I have some more in the refrigerator for tomorrow. Chicken and my own homemade Chick-fil-A sauce because we don't have Chick-fil-A in Mexico. So I had to look up how to make the sauce. Mm. Mm. No. Mm. I don't have a sugar problem, diabetes, or anything, but I learned about resistant starches, and I highly recommend that if you're a person who does better with low carbohydrates, research the resistant starch method. So for me, rice and potatoes, I have to cook the day before, refrigerate them, let them fully get cold, and then rewarm them. And that changes the absorption, and it minimizes a glucose spike. I've been doing this for 6 months, and I'm down almost 50 pounds. So I know it works for me. But there's lots of information about it online, so I highly recommend you just look it up. Mmm. Hey, Sade. Mmm. Y'all been thinking about this food since last night. I eat O.M.A.D, which is O.M.A.D, 1 meal a day. I love it. I really love it. I eat what I want. I just don't eat when I want. Hell yeah, Tony, but that's why you're here. You here to see me big back read. So enjoy. Be positive. Mm. Mm. 1 meal a day though. And so I make sure that that 1 meal is delicious. If I'm gonna eat 1 meal, it needs to be wonderful. And this hits the spot. Mm-hmm. Oh, today's drink is the Be Light. Thank you, Wolfman. Be Light, the strawberry, and I think this is, wait a minute. It's strawberry, and I think moras is blackberries, or berry, moras. It is the best flavor that they, like, I like all the flavors. Well, there's some sort of like, there's one flavor I don't fool with. I don't really know what it is because it's not a flavor that's in the United States. But the lime, the grapefruit, the passion fruit, and pineapple, oh, so good. Mm-hmm. My great nephew would do that. He's 8 now, but when he was little and something was delicious, we're like, is it good, CJ? He was like, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You guys, let me know if my alarm just went off. Tell me if it messed up the sound or anything. Just to make sure you can still hear me. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Thank you, Wolfman. Mm. Yo, this is so good. Nothing's, well, and I do my best not to make anything too salty. I don't like a whole lot of salt. When when I'm back here in Mexico, my taste buds are not used to a lot of salt. Mm. Mm. I wish you all were here so that I could cook for you. 'Cause I love cooking for everybody. I love cooking for people. And if you was here, I would cook for you. So, you gotta come visit me. Mm, mm, mm. Mm. Yeah, I'll tell this quit up. And I need you to know how good it is. I'm not gonna let that one piece go to waste. I know y'all gonna be like, damn, bitch, it's gone. It ain't gone till I say it's gone. I'm gonna get every morsel about this plate. No, not really. I don't think I'm that kind of cook to do that. Sometimes I put me cooking, but this is survival cooking. I'm a country cook. I cook like my mama. We don't measure nothing. We be trying stuff out. You see, I told you, I was gonna get every piece off that plate. Because that's how good it is. That's how good it is. Mm. Man. Come on, everybody's invited. Mm-hmm. So good. I don't think I finished what I was saying. With me being one meal a day, I stopped eating at around 2:30 every day. And originally, I wasn't doing it to lose weight. I was not. I was doing it because I had acid reflux, and every time I was going to sleep at night, when I would lay on my side, the acid would be trying to come up, and I'm like, nah. So I started eating earlier, stopping my eating earlier and earlier. I got to about 4 o'clock is like my magic number. If I don't eat after 4, I should be fine. But I kept testing it and going up higher and higher. And then I was reminded about intermittent fasting, and I said, let me test that out. Then I got to about 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock is the official window, 11 to 3, but typically I stop at 2:30 because if I start eating at 2:30, then I'm done at 3. I didn't want to eat a last meal at 3 because then I'll be done at 3:30. So I eat my last meal around 2:30. That way I'll make sure I'm done by 3. And that's only if I'm hungry. I eat such heavy fat and heavy protein that I'm usually not hungry until about 8 o'clock. Well, by the time it's 8 o'clock, I'm going into my bedtime routine. So you go get you a drink, and you go to bed, and when you wake up tomorrow, you eat again. And I'm very full now, but I'm gonna have dessert. Dessert is going to be, oh, look what I have, by the way, too. I did this with my friends yesterday. I hadn't pulled tarot in so long, because I don't need it really anymore. But I still have them because these tarot cards got me through. Sade, you still here? You want me to pull something for you, girl? You remember these, don't you? You probably ain't seen these in 2-3 years. They were sitting on the shelf over there, and I was talking to one of my clients, my mentees. I said, you want to pull cards today? She's like, yeah, that sounds fun. I even have my books and everything. Like, it's been a minute, right? It has been a minute. Okay, hold on. But anyway, yeah, that's the eating portion. I eat from 11 to 2. Okay, Sade, hold an inquiry, like in your mind. Just hold an inquiry, whatever it is you want clarity on, whatever it is that you want to know about, you want to get a hint, confirmation. Hold it in your mind. This is fun. This is fun. It's reminding me like of my past lifetime. Because it does feel like a lifetime ago. It absolutely feels like a lifetime ago. One more so Sade, I'm going to interpret what I see first, and then I'll use the book. Well, actually, let me pull it up in the book first, because it did take me a little bit to look at. Oh, that came right up. Damn. Oh no, that wasn't that card. There it is. That card. Let's go to the major arcana. Cups. Knight. Ace. We need the page. Page of Cups. You came up the Devil card, page, the Ten of Cups, and the Page of Cups. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna interpret what I see first, and then we'll confirm it with the book, what the book says. 10. Where's the page? 2 ace. There we go. Okay. So from what I'm looking at right here, it does feel like it's back in the day. The Devil card. When I see this particular Devil card, it's actually what I'm picking up. I'm picking up a deal that is in the process of being made, but you are connected to somebody with this deal. So it's as if you guys are kind of going up together. You're presenting together. You're linked together. And it's interesting. It doesn't necessarily mean like a lover. This could be your baby, your daughter. This could be your daughter. But that there is a deal that is getting ready to be made. It's linked to someone. You guys are going towards it together. I do see that this thing is going to be happy for you, though. The Ten of Cups. I see that whatever deal this is, when you make it and it's in alignment. Now, let me say this too. The deal that needs to be made is a hard decision, but it's going to be a happy decision for you. Do the hard decision, the one that you know you need to do. Not the one that you are scared of, like, if I don't do this, like there's a fear attached to it, that's not the right one. The one that has the fear attached to it is not the right decision. It's the other. It's going to work out very, 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 very good for you. Whenever I see Ten of Cups, I do see family life. The happiness, the balance, the harmony of family life. Cups are also things that have resources, opportunities that come, and they bring in resources. They bring in things for you to be able to use. Then I see the Page of Cups. So this just confirms again that you're gonna, this deal that you're gonna make, if you make the choice that is in alignment, not the one attached to the fear, it's not only just gonna work out for you, but it's gonna give you things. It's going to literally open up a floodgates of some things for you. That's what I'm seeing when I see this. Let me read what the book says. Still hold what I said though. Okay, let's go with the Devil card first. The Devil card here, the Devil shows up in a reading he recommends reevaluating your relationship to people and material things that keep you chained. It's time to let go of old fears, hang-ups, inhibitions, and ways you manipulate others to satisfy your needs. The Devil tells you to figure out what's true, what's false, at least for you. The Ten of Cups. Like other tens, this card signifies a time of completion, when you reap the rewards of what you've sown. Life is good. Abundance in the true sense of the word is yours. And the last cup is the Page of Cups. The last card, Page of Cups. When the Page of Cups appears, it indicates self-esteem issues. Perhaps you look to others to define you or place too much trust in people. It also suggests a keen intuition, a latent artistic ability. Sometimes this card shows you facing an emotional issue which you could feel uncertain or unprepared. It can also represent the early stages of a relationship. If the page stands for a real person, he or she may be a younger sibling, a child, a friend, particularly an imaginative, sensitive, or idealistic one. So for me, this absolutely mirrors what I was saying to you. This is interesting. Because I'm good at it. Yay! But yeah, this one is very interesting. Out of all the cards, like, these are great, right? Happiness, because that's what you deserve, right? But this is like really specific for me. Like, this is really, it feels like a pivot. It feels like when people say the fork in the road, the fork in the road of what I'm seeing, when I tell you there is a decision that you are thinking about making, but it is based on fear, that's not the right one. Like a fear of stability, a fear of, I gotta keep this together because, you know, I'm not just looking out for me, it's me and them. You know what I mean? That's not the right one. That fear is, you're not being able to see the true potential or the true what's really going to happen with the other decision, because the fear is like literally overshadowing it. So this one is really standing out for me, very much so. But anyway, that's that. If you, Sade, if you send me an inbox just to remind me, just put a heart or something, I'll take a picture of these and send them to you. So, in fact, hold on. One sec. Okay, so I took a picture of that for you. And if you just inbox me just to remind me, I will send it. Does anybody else want me to pull some cards for them? It's free. You don't have to give me nothing. It's fun. This is fun today. Ooh. Somebody, more decisions, more choices, and you're unsure. And you feel like you're going in and you can't see. But let me tell you something. When you cannot see, you need to learn how to feel. When you cannot see, you need to learn how to feel. Seeing is masculine, okay? Seeing is like seeing the facts, seeing definitive variables, seeing definitive tangible things. That's very masculine. But the problem with being so masculine, depending on what you can see, is when you can't see, your skill set of feeling is very dull. Your skill set of feeling may be like rendered moot. And this is probably going to be your practice of feeling. And when I say feeling, it's feeling is when you go and you look at where you're trying to go, right? This is where I really want to go. And you look at all these choices and you say, which one would make me feel happiest? Which one would I be happy with when I wake up in the morning? And I want to do this. Like, I'm eager to run to go do it. It feels good. It feels like I'm going to have a lot of laughter with this choice. It feels like I'm going to have a lot of light days with this choice. It feels easy. Pick the easy. It's okay to pick. You don't always have to fucking pick the rough. You don't always have to fucking pick a challenge. Feel the ease. Pick the one that's easy. Because you're not used to picking the one that's easy. You're used to picking the one that's the challenge. Because there's some sort of message in your head that makes you think that the one that has the challenge has the better pay. The one that has the challenges brings about better character. Let me tell you something. That is some programming that if you believe it, so shall it be. If you believe that, so shall it be. You say you've been trying to decide if I'm moving away from home after graduation or not. Have fun. Have fun, Sade. Have fun. Is it Dallas? Is Dallas on the list? I felt Houston, but Houston feels weak. Is it Dallas? Dallas feels like the strong one. I don't know if it's strong in your head, but Dallas. Dallas feels like the strong one. Yeah. And not Dallas proper, like the suburbs, the outskirts of Dallas. There are so many suburbs, so many great schools, so many great opportunities in Dallas. Dallas grew me. I don't have nothing bad to say about Dallas. It's just the South, and I don't want to be in the South anymore. Ugh. South of Mexico. Bitch, I brought out the cards. You won't listen. I'm gonna pull one for you, see? I'm gonna pull one for you. Hold on. Actually, no, I'm gonna pull three for you. So think of something. Think of something that you want to answer to. Think of something that whatever you've been thinking about, whatever you need clarity on, hold it in your mind. You thought about Houston or Chicago. Houston feels a little weak in the decision. You see, I told you I felt Houston. I could feel it, but it feels a little weak in the decision. But you know what? You go visit both places. Go, like literally, go by yourself. Go visit and feel it. I'm gonna tell you what has happened to me. You guys have seen me move to 2 places. You guys have watched me move to Las Vegas, and you guys have watched me move to Mexico. And every time I move, I know that it's the right place because when I go there, shit falls in my lap. From places to live, from jobs, from people that I'm meeting, like connections, shit falls in my lap. So go visit those places. Yeah, go visit those places. Now you do know Chicago got cold, right? Listen, it's just me. I want to be down in the tropics, in the heat. All right. I hate the cold so much. All right, we pulling. Okay. Ooh, wait. Hold up. No, I'm gonna leave that out. I'm gonna leave it out. Have you guys ever had a situation where, let me give an example. I had a best friend growing up, okay? Yeah, see. I had a best friend growing up. And about 3 years ago, because most of you all know that I have left Christianity. I'm atheist probably by definition. And my best friend growing up is a hardcore, like, devout Christian to the point where, like, her doctorate degree is basically going to be in the Bible, is what we just be jokingly say, the Bible. And I knew and I could feel that things were we were getting distant. I could feel that. And I said, we need to have a conversation. I said, I know you know, but we're not best friends anymore. We don't feel like best friends anymore. She was like, you're right, but I love you. I said, I know. I said, I think that we need to retitle what we are, right? We really need to look at what we are. And of course, with me changing and me being very vocal, I wasn't going to come off on what I thought, what I felt. I still felt the way I felt about Christianity and the belief system. And I didn't want to be offensive to her, but I also wanted her to get herself in a safe place if she felt like my words weren't safe, if she felt like who I wasn't safe for her. She had every right. But we ended the conversation with understanding that we're sisters. Our relationship is going to change as far as us shouting out, this is my best friend, right? No, we're sisters. It's beyond a best friend. We have totally different belief systems, but anything you need, I'm down for you. We transitioned from a superficial playground best friend to we're family. And in families, you don't always have to agree, but you're still family, okay? You still love each other sometimes, if you can. If you can. And so what I'm seeing in this card, what I'm feeling, it's what I feel with this card, is something similar to that. Relationship that needs to be redefined. A relationship that does not have to end, and it doesn't have to, and why I use my best friend is because we're both girls, we're both platonic. So don't just necessarily assume that I'm talking about a romantic relationship. This could be any relationship that needs to be adjusted, that needs to be shifted. Now, the hard part of that is having conversation about it. That's the hard part because it feels awkward. It feels like, oh my God, like, how do I even approach this? How do I even say that? What do I even say? But you're very aware that things have shifted. You're very aware that things are not the same. And the truth be told is they are too. So instead of just letting stuff just keep ignoring the elephant in the room, who's gonna ignite the conversation? And I think that you're going to have to ignite that conversation, okay? There is strength in that conversation. There's clarity in that conversation. There's still love in that conversation. It does not mean that all relationships can transition and they don't have to be ugly and mean and bitter. Transitions are not always destructive. Sometimes transitions are transcending. They are building. They are moving into areas that you need, other areas that you need. Because while we're not best friends, while I had a hospital visit, like quite literally, I was incapacitated. I could not speak. And I text her, and within probably 10 minutes, she was at the hospital speaking for me because I had lost my motor skills. So while we were not that childhood best friend, that elementary, that juvenile, that very surface friendship, our friendship got deeper because of the conversation. It got more rich because of the conversation. So that is what I'm seeing when I see these cards. It feels like there is a relationship that you and that person are very aware that it needs to shift into something. But maybe you're unsure of what it needs to shift into, or maybe you're even just kind of weary about having the conversation. But there is strength in that conversation, and I do not believe that it will turn out negatively. I believe that when you have this conversation, especially if you're honest, absolutely it could be with yourself. Relationships are first with yourself. Always first with yourself. And I'm glad you asked that, because let me give you another example of self. I'm gonna use myself as an example. I had to break the relationship of being a dumb little girl chasing after light-skinned boys. And that started in the 7th grade, right? And that relationship with myself, thinking that I was that girl, like Nikki Parker almost. You guys remember that show, The Parkers? Not saying the professor was light-skinned, but that kind of obsession that she was with the professor, that image that I saw, I was perpetuating that image, and I had been playing that image in my head since I was in the 7th grade. And about 4 years ago, I had to realize that who you think, because relationship with yourself is who you think you are. It's who you believe you are. And I don't think people realize that it's not just the frontal lobe of who you believe you are. It is the autopilot on who you believe you are. And the autopilot is the energy you cannot lie to. You cannot lie with your autopilot because it's producing something. So when you look at your life and look what it's producing, if it's not producing what you said you thought you were, according to who you thought you were, then baby, you got some programs and you got some relationship issues with yourself that are still running, that you have to sit with yourself and really tear apart and see what this relationship is that you have with yourself. I had a relationship with myself, but I thought that I wasn't thinking. Let's just be honest. I wasn't thinking. It was literally just on autopilot, and I had been moving as if I was that girl that's always going to have to chase after a man. I am the big girl that's always going to have to chase after a man. That was on autopilot, and that's what was happening all of my 30s. Now, at 40, 41, I'll be 42 in a few. I'll be 42 in a few weeks, right? You can tell that program is off for me because I've been single for about 2 years, okay? I got an inbox full of men right now from Facebook. Now, had it been 5 years ago with the relationship that I had with myself, I'd have been in that inbox giggling and giggling with men that look like they smoke packs of cigarettes all day. Men that's got so many kids, they don't. Look, while I'm proud you got your kids online, baby, that's not for me. Men that look dirty, they don't look like they care about themselves. They don't have haircuts. They don't have jobs. They don't look like professionals. I would have been sniggling and giggling with anybody that would have given me attention because of the relationship that I had with myself, because of who I thought I was. Now I just be blocking, like pretty much. I'm not interested. Like nothing about that interests me. Why? Because the type of relationship I have with myself is quality or nothing. Money or nothing. Resources or nothing. Assets or nothing. Because I am doing very well by myself. So unless you have something to add, it is a nothing. So anyway, go through all of your relationships. Yes, it could be with yourself. I don't think it's with yourself. But if you're hearing that it's with yourself, dig into that. it feels like there's a relationship with somebody else. So look at all your friends, look at siblings, look at mom and dad, look at every relationship possible. And if you don't know what it is right now, keep this in your back pocket. Because one thing about me is I don't miss. I don't fucking miss. All right, let's go to the book. The Four of Wands. It says everything is working out well with this when this card comes up. In a reading, it indicates pleasure, prosperity, financial stability, and a happy home life. I call this the comfort card. You've shown the world who you are and what you can achieve. You've gained the recognition that you and the rewards that you deserve. So that's the Four of Wands. The Eight of Swords. It says your own worst enemy card. Wait a minute. I skipped a line, sorry. A card of self-undoing. This is you are your own worst enemy card. You know you need to do something, but you're unwilling to act. Perhaps you're in denial about a situation. Consequently, you're stuck in a painful state. However, the Eight upright says you have the resources necessary to get out of jail if only you can overcome fear. And the Nine of Cups says you're agonizing about a problem, torturing yourself with worries and fears. This is the dark, hold on, I'm just making sure I got the right card. Nope. Ooh, that wasn't the right card. Wands. I'm looking at swords. Wands. Boom. 9. Knight. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of Wands. 9 represents completion and fulfillment. And when the 9 of Wands appears upright in a reading, it indicates that you finished the job and it is all done and it is well. As a result of oppositions you faced, you've triumphed over, you've grown stronger, you've demonstrated self-discipline, skill, wisdom, and come out on top. So I hope that you can see how these came together according to what I was seeing, according to the book. Look at all relationships. Leave no stone unturned. But I'm not saying that it's relationships, partnerships that have to end. I'm saying they need to transition into something. They need to transcend into something more. Something that fits and feels better. Something that's better for you so that you can move easily. Move easier. Move easier. Yeah. Move easier. That's that. All right, anybody else? Anybody else want anything? Oh no, I forgot to take a picture of your card for you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Let's see. Anybody else while I'm flipping? But if not, then I'll be done. My lunch was so good, you guys. It made me so happy. And I've also figured out that I don't like strawberries anymore. I bought some strawberries yesterday to go with my Greek yogurt. I'm gonna have to eat them strawberries. I appreciate you, Mama. I'm gonna have to eat the strawberries because there's nothing wrong with them and they're good for me. I'm probably never gonna buy strawberries again. They're not nasty. I just don't like fruit. I'm the weirdo. I don't like fruit. I just do not like fruit. Apples aren't nasty. Pineapples aren't nasty. I just don't desire them. I don't like fruit. Listen, it feels like something trying to pop out on me. Pop out on them. Would anybody else like me to pull a card for them? The Knight of Pentacles. Somebody's riding high. Somebody's riding high. Who is that? Who's riding high? I love that for you. I love that for you so much. Yes, that's a good one. In a good season of winning. And it feels like a tide has been turned. Like maybe it has been so bad for so long, and you finally got a win, and you deserve that. And this is just the beginning. Keep calling in those wins. Ooh. The Hierophant card. What? I don't know the Hierophant card. But when I look at the Hierophant card, I definitely see power, and I see keys. I see like ancient wisdom, ancient knowledge. Somebody's supposed to be teaching on here. One of you guys that's watching this, you were supposed to be teaching and coaching and helping people move through. I don't know why you haven't. I don't know if it's, what is it called? They call that imposter syndrome. I don't know if it's imposter syndrome. But somebody, y'all supposed to be teaching. You're supposed to be imparting wisdom. You were supposed to be, that's the best word. It is a teacher. You are a philosopher, an oracle. One of you guys that's on here, or somebody that's gonna watch this later, if that oracle is you, you need to get on your shit. Get on your shit. I will say this though. I will say this. If you don't feel confident, get you a mentor. I have a mentor. I have several mentors. Ooh. Two of Swords, decision, indecision. Indecision. But always again, when you cannot see the correct decision, when you're sitting there like, I don't know, I don't know. Feel. When you cannot see, feel. When you cannot feel, see. If you can do both, you got it. If you can see it and feel it, oh, that's beautiful. But when you cannot see it, feel it. And when you cannot feel it, see it. So whoever needs to make this decision, this is calling you to feel again. This is calling you to get in tune. You see this water behind her? This is calling you to tap into your feminine energy, to feel. Go into the ease of it. Go into the flow of it. There really is a belief system that people have that you have to take the challenge. You have to, especially if you come from families that like prioritize or celebrate challenges and getting through challenges. I'm always going through. If you come from a family that's everybody's always going through, it's always something going on. And listen to the words that you say sometimes. Listen to the words that people say. Listen to the words that you say. Like when you step into like your family reunion or you step into the house on Thanksgiving, like if you're a person that's like it's always something going on over here. It's always some drama. It's always something popping off. That energy is disgusting. First of all, like who wants to be around that? Like ain't no chicken meat worth that. If they always got something going on, baby, you know Popeye's gonna sell you something on Christmas or somebody's open on Christmas or Thanksgiving. You ain't gotta keep sitting up under the table with people that something always going on. For me, honestly, energetically, I don't want to eat things from people that's always got something going on because I don't want that energy to get into my chicken. And when I eat my chicken, then I got shit going on. I don't want that. Let me just go on and go home, right? Because I can cook. But I said that to say, in a joking way, you listen to the patterns and the word curses or the programs that people say automatically, like it's always something going on, it's always this, it's always that. If you are trained or groomed in an environment that makes you feel like something's always got to be going on for you to push through. You've always got to be fighting. And they like celebrate it, literally. They're a community that celebrate the more harder hardships and trials that you go through, the bigger the celebration. You don't have to agree with that program, and you don't have to be around that program. You don't have to accept that program. You don't have to live that program. You don't have to live that program. One of the things I started saying 4 years ago was that I learned lessons through ease and love and kindness and gentleness. And that program was in direct deletion of a program that made me feel like I had to learn through pain and learn through hurt and learn through trials and tribulations. I won't learn that way anymore. If lessons want to be learned by me, I have been looking for this lizard. Oh, I want to show you guys. I've been looking for it. Can you guys see can you see his body? Right? Yeah, you see it moving. Shit, I don't know. I call it a kimono dragon. I have been looking for it because my sister came to visit and I wanted her to see it. But it lives here on the property and it's gotta be like, I don't know, I think it's an iguana. Yeah, an iguana. Yeah. And I forgot what they call it in Espanol, but yeah, that's it, iguana. It's huge. And it lives on our patios. And it goes in and out of our drains and stuff. But anyway, you don't have to learn lessons and don't have to always be in the program of hardships. Choose ease. It's possible. Let that hardship program phase out. Let it phase out. All right, I'm done. Wait a minute. What you trying to say? It's the second time it's gonna come out again. Listen. Oh, all right. I love myself. I love you guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being with me. Thanks for having fun with me with my cards and watching me eat my lunch. It was so fucking delicious. All right. Make sure that you subscribe. Make sure you like. Oh, and if you're interested, I'm going to put a link underneath this video. If you're interested, I have a fellowship that I've started on WhatsApp. And basically, it's just me. You guys are going to be able to hear some of my words. You're going to be able to get some of my teachings, and it's absolutely free. I'm not saying it's going to be every day, but it might be every other day. You don't have to worry about getting overwhelmed because it's only going to be me commenting. And I promise you I will not overwhelm you. I will send something and be done with that for a day or two. But it won't be like a big conversation going back and forth. Ultimately, we'll get there. But I miss the community of church. But you don't just have to have church to have community. And so I am going to start building community through the WhatsApp, and then, we'll see where it goes from there. We'll transition from there and make it go bigger and better. So if you're interested in that, I'm going to put the link in the description for this video. So make sure you click on that and join us. And please share it with other people. Share with other people. You guys know that I am, again, non-Christian, more atheist in nature, an agnostic atheist if you want. So just kind of let people know so that, if they're hardcore Christians and they get offended, this probably won't be the fellowship for them. But if that is you, if you have mental diagnoses, ADHD, bipolar, ADD, there are a host of different things that I have experience with. So if that is you, if you're a Black woman, please join us in the WhatsApp group. And that's it. I love myself. I love you. Like the video. And goodbye.